Hold on, just there we go. Hey everyone, Chris here from RealRideshareStories. If you're new to the channel and you're looking for different things within the rideshare industry, whether it's news, tips and tricks for passengers and drivers, or what actually happens on Real Rideshare Rides, start now by hitting the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. All right, so this is a live stream. Pretty interesting news that I just launched or just opened my email and saw a email from Uber saying we're committed 100% to your safety. So I had to open that up and see what it was all about, because usually when they do something like that, it's something about safety. And we all know that they need to improve on safety. So it was a pretty lengthy email. If you haven't seen it yet, it came out maybe a half hour ago. And it's essentially just talking about that the Uber has released a safety report. Finally, they've been supposedly been supposed to do this for, I don't know, maybe about a year or so. They've been talking about it. Maybe not as long as that, but at least for a little while. And it's just kind of funny because I was reading an article earlier today, something about Lyft and some of the things that are going on with them. But yeah, it's just kind of ironic how things work out like that. So I did get this email. Anybody who's driving probably got this email. And if you didn't, you probably will be getting it very soon. And yeah, it's all about talking about the safety report for the last 2 years. So 2017, 2018. That they're giving a report. So I did jot down a couple of notes on it. So it's pretty interesting because it's going to tell you about the safety. It's going to talk about sexual assaults, driving fatalities, things along that nature. So it actually does have some pretty good information in terms of transparency on what's actually happening in the rides. So I'll get into the email first, because that was kind of a little bit interesting in some of the things. So they're talking about how safety matters to drivers and they need more work to do, obviously. And this is a result of a 2-year effort for safety between drivers, passengers, and how to prevent issues from occurring in the first place. So the safety report includes serious incidences and shares on what Uber is actually doing and some of the things that they're trying to do soon as well too. What's up, Lisa? How's it going? Drivers make around the same amount of reports as riders do. And if you actually read the full 12-page report, which I skimmed through it very quickly, because it's in very fine print. So there's a lot of information in that 12 pages too. But one of the things that they're trying to highlight is saying that drivers make just as many reports as passengers do. So that's pretty interesting. And in the introduction of the report, they're also talking about how the media portrays most of the time where it's passengers or riders who are called. Hold on. Technical difficulty. My bad. Sometimes the cold, sorry about that. Hold on. Let's get that back up there. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I blame this damn cold. It's freezing out. All right, so let's get back into it. Where was I? I don't remember. Oh yeah, talking about how the media portrays it where it's mostly passengers who are making reports, when in fact the actuality is it's actually about the same. So for every report a rider or passenger makes, there's a driver that's making that same kind of report as well too. So they're going to try and clarify that up a little bit, which is kind of a good thing because it hopefully will shift focus onto safety all over, not just safety for the passenger while keeping the driver at risk. So it's something that we all need to pay attention to when it's there. Hey, Jim, what's going on? Hey, Tim, how you doing? Or Timothy. I'm not sure if you like Tim or Timothy. I should not assume that, so I apologize if it's only Timothy. So a couple of things that they said. There's 4 million trips given every day in the US. Pretty good. not too bad. So let's see, 4 million times $7 on average. You're making about $28 million a day. Don't quote me on that. I don't know that for sure. What's up, Summer Savage? How's it going? And they say about 99.9% of rides have no issues. And being a driver, I'll confirm that. There's 99.9% of rides I'm going to say are no issues whatsoever. And then they say that 0.0003%, so to the fourth placeholder, have a serious safety incident. So they're still quoting that that this is still an unacceptable number. So even Uber is admitting that 0.0003% is still too high, which it is. What's up? I broke him. No Limit Rideshare. What's going on? So they're saying that this is still unacceptable, and they go into the report a little bit what steps they are taking in order to try to help bring that number down. Releasing this safety report is one of them. So things that they have done or are doing is they're adding ride check. There's going to be trained specialists, sharing location, the emergency button, changing the policies to making riders accountable for their actions, also meaning that they will deactivate them, which if you watched a couple months ago where the passenger got in my face, they limited access to his or deactivated him. Not sure exactly what it is, but still, yeah, they're not messing around when it comes to it. Ali, what's going on? Love the videos, learned a lot. Thank you. Where are you at? Ali, where are you at? Let's see, where are we going? From 2017 to 2018, the fatal traffic crashes fell 5% from 17 to 18, and sexual assault cases fell 16%, and they're estimated to decrease another 17 to 20% going into 2019. So those are good numbers. They are bringing them down. So hopefully that's good. They're also going to put new features in, like a 4-pin verification, ensuring the right rider to the driver. So it's going to be a 4-pin. They've been, Robin, how you doing? Red Rock is gorgeous. I love going there when I do. At least walking the trails there. All right, so into the 12-page report, they said 1.4% had a support request of any kind, mostly for just lost items, refunds, or route feedback. 0.1% had safety related concern, like arguments, things along that nature. And then the 0.0003% is the critical safety incidents, what they're talking about there. Okay, from Houston, nice. Awesome, good job. At the Red Rock Buffet. Okay. I'm thinking you're talking about the canyon there where you can hike. Hey, something funny happened. You were scammed for the first time. The guy said he was going to tip you $20 and only have a $1 tip. Well, at least you got a tip. That's... wow. Sometimes that doesn't happen where you even get a tip. They might say you're going to get a tip. Were they saying if they say they're gonna tip you $20? Were they trying to get you to do something that was kind of against TOS? Because normally when I have people drive, they don't say they're they'll just say they'll tip on the app. So that'll be pretty interesting. I'd like to know that one. Sorry, just deactivation, sharing, sexual misconduct, and for all drivers, verify rides with a 4-digit PIN, on-trip reporting, text 911, support hotline. Yeah, the reports are going to be made every 2 years. They're going to share data on crashes, like vehicle fatalities, physical assault data, and sexual assault data. Rideshare Trixter, what's going on? Look in the description, Trixter. It's there now, don't worry. I updated the description, so now a couple other channels are there, including yours, bud. So some of the things, I'll get into the vehicle statistics, but if you want to look in the sexual assault data, look in the report, only because talking about certain things like that may get this video pulled, and I want to have that data on there just because it is a lot of data that I'm sure a lot of people don't want to read or know. So yeah, if you do want to know those numbers and statistics, go into the report itself and you can check it out. But with the vehicle, over the 2 years, there was 107 total fatalities between the 2 years, and they were in 97 fatal crashes. So it was 21% drivers, 21% riders, and the rest were third party, whatever that means. 8 drivers and riders were outside the car, so it counts as different statistics that count as pedestrians, and 30% involved a pedestrian. So drivers, watch out there. I know with busy bar districts and stupid people just walking out in the middle of the road, it happens all too often. I had a moron walk out literally in front of my car. Luckily, I was able to stop in time. Otherwise, he would have gotten ran over. But that happened on Blackout Wednesday last week. So yeah, just be careful out there when you're driving. When it comes to fatal assault, they don't talk about, I didn't see anything in terms of anything else when it came to assault, but this is talking about fatal. So it was 1 in every 122 million trips, or 19 people. 8 were riders, 7 were drivers, and 4 were third party. And then, like I said, if you wanted to get into the sexual assault data, that's also in the report there as well too. No problem, bud. They have to make some physical button or hide somewhere in your car, an emergency. You just have to press police, or someone else would know it. That would actually be a really cool idea. That sounds like a very good business idea, where you can press a button and it'll Bluetooth link directly to your phone, and it'll get emergency services, which is kind of a cool thing. The only thing is, if you hit it accidentally or something, there's got to be something in there where you know. One of the things you can do is you can put your phone in an inconspicuous area. So instead of maybe having it in the central dash where passengers can see it, maybe you put it on the left side of the steering wheel, where it's a little bit more confined, so your body's blocking it, the steering wheel's blocking it. So if you need to do something, you can do it there. I don't recommend ever getting any windshield mounts, only because you could get pulled over for something, for like not being able to see properly. So those are the 2 places I would say is, if you put it on the vents or on the dash, best is going to be onto the left side. I have mine on the right, but if somebody wants to mess and I have to call 911 or something, I got no problem showing that I'm doing that. But I hear you there. That would be kind of a good little product idea. Just saying, if anybody wants to do that. You're included in the injury accident list now as of 5 weeks ago. Well, that report will be coming out in 2 years. They just released 17-18's report at the end of 19, but they're going to do it every 2 years. So 19 and 20 will come out in 2021 at some point, which will be the next one. Hopefully it's going to put a lot more information in there too, because like I said, they put fatal assaults, which, that's horrible in itself, but it should be all assaults. And what constitutes is that they should be putting in there. They really break down the sexual assault data. So a couple of things that they're going to be doing. They also talked about implementing a safety course, just like Lyft did, that everybody has to take who's a driver for Lyft. They're talking about implementing something like that in Uber's platform. Hopefully you can just share the button that says you already took it on Lyft's platform and not waste another 20 minutes of time. But for the other people who need it, who haven't taken it, but Trixter, hope you're doing all right there. You have a question, how many times can you set a destination? Like if you are done and going home, can you do more than 2 times? Or is it just 2 times per day? It's just 2 times per day. There's ways around it so you can, you can kind of finesse getting more than 2 times. And it just means that you can like end the destination filter early. But you have to do it within a certain time. So there's ways to kind of finesse it a little bit when you are trying to get more than that. People are rude. Had a guy pull out a 1 and a 10. He said, "I'd give you the 10, but you're not worth it." Wow, that's a douche move. I'd give you a 1 star, but you're not worth it. Keep the money. Then showed his 1 star. Nice. That's instant karma right there. You don't accept a request if someone has less than a 3-star review. Damn, dude, that's low. I don't take rides usually 4.8 and under. Sometimes I do. Not all the time. Trixter, I did not see your new video yet. I will check that out. Donnie, what's going on? Yeah, Trixter, I didn't check out the new video yet. I've been really busy the last couple of days setting up my office space and just things with my store, being that it is during the holidays. So I've been limited on my time, but yeah, I will check it out. John's doing better. He got a brand new car. That's good. Yeah, that's definitely good. Gotten a ticket on GPS on windshield, but it was dismissed in Philly Municipal Court. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they do that. Sometimes sometimes it does block the view. I can see that. I've seen drivers. Trixter, thanks, man. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, hey, that's yeah. It's gonna be pretty cool. It should be mostly set up on Saturday. I'm just waiting for the desk to fully come in, but everything's kind of getting together now. So I'm hoping to have it all set up Saturday, where I'm going to be doing all my live streams, hopefully from there, and a majority of the videos, so I can share the screen. So when I talk about things like this, instead of having it written out on paper, I can just share the screen and actually show you guys, highlighting different things, and make it a little bit cooler that way. So yeah, it's going to be really cool, really interesting. I'm excited for it. Are you going to live stream 14 hours? You know what? If people want that, maybe I'll do that at some point. Why not just go for a full 24-hour live stream? That'll be a pretty interesting thing right there. No, if people want to see that, maybe I'll do it. I'm not sure. Rideshare PA, hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Thanks for the support. Happy holidays. You as well. Hope everything's going well with you. But yeah, what do you guys think on this safety report? I mean, do you think it's good to have this transparency? Do you think they need to have more information, more statistics? Are you happy that they're also trying to make a point that it's not just passengers that are making claims, but it's equally drivers that are making the same claims? And then also, what features do you think need to be implemented to help both drivers and passengers, so it gets that number from 0.0003% down to 0%? What do you guys think? Let me know. That was nuts. Dark Road Run and Beacon. Yeah, they had some very long live streams. Beacon loves to do those overnight live streams. I go to sleep, I wake up, and I'm like, dude, you're still on? Tampa, what's going on? Got the ears lowered. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I got the haircut. Went a little too short. I told the girlfriend she did it way too short. Her finger length is like half the size of mine. So, yeah, more transparency is always good. I agree. I do like the fact that they are making it a point saying that drivers are equally as affected by assaults or by verbal assaults, physical, sexual, all of that. Again, protections need to be in place, and it can't be just about the rider. It's got to be both rider and driver. As I've said before and will continue to say, something like having their real names is going to be good. A picture, they have to have information that cross-references their accounts. So like putting in their address, putting in phone number, putting in these identifiers. So if they get deactivated or shut down temporarily or whatever it might be, that they are unable to access the platform via another option or another way. And then also, having third-party riders. So not the actual account holder in the ride, but a third party. Hopefully they put something in the app that's either an authorized user or it has to specify that it's a third-party app, and then it pops up on the accept or deny screen when you get the ping. All that information would be very useful because, some drivers out there don't mind taking the third-party rides. Some drivers won't take third-party rides, that they have to have the account holder. And that is the driver threshold where things are different. So it's just the threshold on what drivers will take and what won't take. So putting this type of information out there is going to be much better. Also lengthening that ping screen so we can actually see all the different things. Now, California is adding a lot of information to their ping screen, and hopefully they add a little bit of time so you can make a more informed decision on if you want to take that ride or not. So yeah, there's some good things that are with the safety report. But yeah, I think, ears Lord mean haircut? No, okay. Gotcha. But yes, I did. One button 911 connection to Uber 5.0. I think it will be altered stats just like everything else. It probably is, because they're, the stats that I looked, like when it comes to assault, it was fatality assault. So it wasn't all assault cases, because we all know that it's not the same number. If you're talking about fatalities, that's people who are actually dying from an assault versus, somebody gets into a fist fight or somebody lays their hands on another person in an extreme altercation. So yeah, those numbers just show it lower, but at least it's a step in the right direction where they are putting this information out there. So yeah, that is good. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's why I want to know what you guys think too, in terms of what other information do you think should be included on this type of report. It's about time. Come on, Lisa. What's goody, baby? New haircut. Yeah, I know. It was getting long. It was definitely getting long. You guys are living a crazy-ass world. Maybe I'm in a dreamland. Maybe the Wizard of Oz. Maybe you're just the perfect right. What does that mean, Donnie? Shout out, Brody. What's good? If a rider claims drivers under the influence, they should follow community guidelines, cancel the ride, and call 911, or their claim is invalid. Yeah, there should be something. I mean, why would you want to sit in a ride that's, maybe 10, 15, 20 plus minutes away and claiming that the driver's intoxicated while you're putting yourself at risk? You could just simply say, let me pull over, let me get out, and I don't want to be in the ride anymore. Plus, if the driver refuses, you could just get out of the car at a stop. So yeah, I mean, certain things like that, it doesn't make sense. So they really need to do something better than that. Taking people's information falls under the Privacy Act. Under privacy, it will never happen. Donnie, they do it on Netflix accounts. They do it on every account that you have. So yeah, you can get that information signing up. It can be part of their TOS. All they have to do is keep it private. but that's how they're getting your information. If you sign up for like a Target card, or if you sign up for different cards, you have to put in your information. So yeah, they're going to do it that way. But they can get it and then cross-reference it. So if somebody is off the platform, plus you can also use it for safety issues and things like that. But it's talking about keeping it private. Now, there's hacks and a lot of stuff out there as well too, where your private information, you know, I could do a simple Google search and probably find out all of your information, all your history in a very quick amount of time. So privacy data, unfortunately, is not so private, especially with the terms and conditions that everybody agrees to, and the information that they put out there and just give freely. Lisa, yeah, you're a mod in everybody's channel. You can't do authorized user because there's too many variables. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it would be something though that, like I said, if they put it into the app showing that it's a third party, that's why I gave that second option. I would be okay with something like that because, like I said, some drivers are okay with taking a third party. Other drivers won't take a third party. So it's going to be up to the driver and what happens. So, you know, if you get it on the ping screen, you know, you can get a driver accept it much quicker than having a driver pull up saying, oh, you're not the account holder, I'm not taking the ride. And then they have to do the entire process all over again. So it's just smart to, you know, do these things first right off the bat instead of waiting. Like Oxon Hill, Meriden Pool, Ride Murders. Yeah. I wonder if how they're going to do certain things. You know, I doubt they're going to break it down in terms of, you know, what was an Uber pool, what was a X, an XL, a Lux. They're never going to break it down like that because they're going to try to keep that information at least skewed or hidden, but at least report certain information. You pick up blind people, they can't even figure it out. Let me know I'm picking up blind people. Yeah, I mean, putting something like that would be good, especially if people need certain services, like if they have a wheelchair or something where they need extra attention. That's good information to know. It's not, I don't think that would be required, but it's just good to know to help people if they do need it, or if you're equipped to do it. Because some vehicles are not equipped to take certain things. Make Chris an outlaw. Pick everybody up. Just carry a big gun. Just don't let anybody see that big gun. Do not let anybody see that big gun at all. Keep that hidden unless you actually need it. Just so you don't get that report against you. He's on the list with Dustin. There's a total another list of outlaws information. That's a scary thing. What's a scary thing? Working on the information outlaw list. Rideshare PA, Dustin, Chris, the Professor. Maybe we could put in the Ginger, whatever the hell his name is, Sensei. Just have stupid people in the world. How many stupid people? Society, not the company's fault. Yeah, that's true. James Campbell, thank you. Thank you very much for the super chat. That's awesome. Thanks, man. I will keep them coming. Don't worry about that. I do like hanging out with everybody. I do like sharing the information, and especially the rides, because some of them are just crazy. But Donnie, yeah, that's 100% true. It's like, how many stupid people are there? It is crazy. Common sense is not common, and trying to teach common sense to people is probably where it's at, and that's probably partly to do with the education system and the failures in there. When it comes to it. Information outlaws, you heard it first making a video tonight. I'll be looking forward to that, Donnie. Noah from New York City is the only person you've seen with a handicap van. Yeah, there's very few out there that are capable of that. It's crazy because Here's a fun little story about a ride. Oh God, this had to be about 2 years ago now or something. So I'm driving around, get a ping, going to the south towns south of Buffalo, and then get another ping request on the ride, finishing up, and I accept it, saying okay, no problem. I get a text from the rider that says, you have a Jeep Grand Cherokee, is that handicap accessible, or a handicap van? And I said, no, it's not. So I don't know why they would connect that way, because the person needed to stay in, and you essentially be like a handicap van where you pull up to the side, get on, they couldn't move out, and then you just put them into the van itself and strap them in with the wheelchair. I don't have that capabilities, so I don't know how I got in that whatsoever. But yeah, it was a really weird thing. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, they had to end up canceling. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. Common sense. What's that? I would think Uber has an obligation to society to report their statistics on safety like the taxi authority. Yeah, it is. They're actually supposed to do that, and they've been talking about doing this for a little while now, and it's to do with sexual assault cases and other assault cases that have been happening. They've actually been saying that they were putting out this safety report for quite a while now, and they never did. And it's funny because I was reading an article that was about Lyft, and they were talking about how the sexual assault cases have risen actually in Lyft over the last little bit of time. So they're kind of talking about that, and then going into how these companies are supposed to be putting out safety reports and all that. So Uber today just put it out, and Lyft, I'm sure, will follow soon. But we'll see what actually happens when it does happen. It's a scary thing that anyone can find out our information so easily. Yeah, it is. It really is when it comes down to it. Information is not so secret out there anymore, just with all the hacks, with everything that they collect, everything that we give up freely. So there's a lot of things that you can do to put out fake information if you want. You can do that to help protect yourself. Nobody is going to make you put real information sometimes. So like on Facebook, you don't have to put all your information out there. You don't have to say all these different things, pinpointing people and letting them know everything about your life. Because we use their app, they have the safety data. We don't only have personal insurance claims. Yeah, that's true. I'm glad that they're taking the right steps and putting them in paper and releasing it. I just wish they would put more information out there in terms of what they are doing, and all information would be nice to know. Drifter Buffalo, New York, what's up? Did you see in the documents, can add if you have a ski rack? What do you mean? Can add if you have a ski? Oh, for like taking rides. So if people want to go for skiing or something. Not sure what you mean. And Drifter Buffalo, New York, since you're in Buffalo, are you going to the event that's happening on Tuesday, the Uber event? I am. That'll be pretty interesting to see what it's all about. I'm actually going to try and live stream that event too. It does seem like it's a PR stunt by Uber, because they make you sign a release form, like a photo release and a video release, upon RSVPing. But they're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff there. I got to see what it's like, because I guess you can bring your families. So if that's the case, I might have to live stream after it, or find a little spot where I can go so I don't get the little kids in there, because I don't want that. Let's talk Rideshare 101. Joe, what's up, man? How's it going, Joe? Watergate tapes. Customers don't need to ask. Uber and Lyft are already low cost. Yeah, they are. They're already recording everybody. Yeah. And they're going to let you know that they're recording everybody now, because they're going to allow you to do that. Companies are not going to lose money. They don't give a shit about information. If they did, they already start doing it. To a point. I mean, some companies are going to act responsible, and some companies are just going to act in greed. So it really just depends. It's going to be the same thing as if they did in AB5. What do you mean, for the event, Lisa? You're living in a dream world. Oh man, hey, you could wish, you could hope for certain things. Just wasting your time talking about something that's stupid, you're not going to get the information out. No, but you know, pressing it more and more would be good. Yeah, it's going to probably be that type of event, Lisa. I don't know. I mean, I'll know once I get there. It'll be interesting. It's at the Bills workout training facility, so hopefully a couple of the Bills players will be there, which will be pretty cool. But I have a crystal ball. It's never going to happen. You might go to the event on Tuesday. Agree, it's a PR stunt. Yeah, it is. I wonder if they're going to know if I'm walking in and seeing what's going to happen. That'll be pretty interesting, because I'm sure a few people probably already know, but who knows? They might not even have anybody from Uber there. It just might be like an event that Uber is sponsoring, and then it's just, you know, people that they hire for throwing the party in general, and then hiring people to do certain things. So I'll see when I get there, but it'll actually be interesting. I'm hoping there's people from Uber there. I'd love to get a contact from Uber or in Uber to get more information on things if I can. So I'm hoping that's the case, but who knows what's actually going to happen. Just take all the riders and make sure you have a big gun. I will neither confirm nor deny that, Donnie. Neither confirm nor deny. Why you didn't get it, Lisa? I think it's probably because of Syracuse. I don't think Nick Beacon got it either, and he's not that far away either. I don't know what the requirements were to get it either. Maybe you had to have a certain star rating. Maybe you had to have so many rides. Maybe you had to have all of the above. Maybe you had to be in a certain distance from the actual training facility or the event. I'm not sure exactly what they're looking for. Yeah, all I know is I know I got it. A bunch of people also got it that I saw on my local Facebook group posts. But I'm assuming the reason why you didn't get it, Lisa, is because you're in Syracuse, and that's like 2.5 hours away from the event itself. So what's going on now? You missed the intro. We were talking about how Uber released their safety report for 2017, 2018, and I was just giving out some information, statistics that they released in it. So we were just kind of talking about that data and covering things like that. It's a 12-page report. An email went out to all drivers, and pretty lengthy email at that. And one of the highlights that I saw that I thought was a very good thing to highlight is that drivers make as many reports as passengers and riders. So it's going to hopefully put out there, and they even put it in their report saying that hopefully this will show that it's not just drivers that are causing problems, but riders as well. So it's everybody that needs to be accountable, and everybody needs to work together in forming a... sorry about that. Jeez, I don't know, clean it or something. Might be a little unclean at the time. So yeah, that's what we were talking about. Gotta go, Trixter. You have a good rest of your night then. Yeah, I'm going to be wrapping this up very soon. Just gotta get a couple things out done before I actually start driving tonight. Damn, your rating isn't bad. It did go down because of Uber Pro, but you're a good driver. Yeah, I mean, the rating system sucks. I'm going to be talking about that in a few upcoming videos about the rating system and things along that nature. So we're going to be talking about the rating system in the next couple of days, so you guys know. But yeah, any last comments, questions, or anything, whether it's regarding this safety report, whether it's regarding something else, or just in general. Give you a couple last minutes to write a couple things or comments, questions, and then I'm going to wrap this up so then I can get going on with the night. But yeah, I think it's pretty interesting nonetheless. It's just a good thing to put out. Overall, you need subs. What are you at now, Trixter? Everybody who's watching, head over to Trixter's channel. He's got a pretty good channel there. Give him a good subscribe button. Check it out. See what he's doing. 127. What are we trying to get you up to, buddy? What are we trying to get you up to? When a bad passenger rates you a 1, Uber will not remove that rating. There is no such thing as rating protection. No, there isn't. There is not, James, at all. And you know that ratings are a problem. One of the things I'm going to talk about too is why we don't get actual feedback for low ratings or poor ratings. There should be certain feedback, and if it's not driver related, or if it's, say, like route related, like the GPS messes up or something like that, it's not supposed to count against you, but you don't know if it does or not. So it's I'm not sure what's going on there, but again, those are things that we can't see and we don't know. Does Uber address fake especially sexual assault reports? I'm not I don't know. I'm not sure what they do in their own company. I've never worked for them, so I don't know. Even people who work at Uber and Lyft don't know what this safety team actually does or knows, or how they investigate, the investigation team, whatever you want to call them. Everything's very compartmentalized when it comes to Uber and Lyft, how they operate. So I know somebody at Lyft, so I do have a contact there, and I've talked with them about certain things when it comes to false reports and things like that, and they don't even know what it is. They can just elevate certain things to try to find out, but they don't know firsthand. So I mean, the only thing I can do or tell you is watching from other YouTube channels as well too, on certain things, if they've found anything out or if they know anything, and try to piece it together. That's kind of what we're doing, is just taking pieces of a puzzle and trying to piece it together. And you know, there's definitely some missing pieces here and there. So yeah, not quite sure. Okay, yeah, Trixter's trying to get to 500 subs. He's at 127, 128. It looks like Riley just subscribed. So yeah, your mad people in Syracuse were invited, but not you. Okay, that's interesting then. I don't know. Yeah, I can't tell you. I don't know what their statistics were on it. Maybe you had to have a ride count. Maybe it is a certain star rating. I don't know. I'm not sure. Dash cam giveaway Trixter is doing at the 200 to 300 mark. Andy's giving a gift card at the 500 mark. Ooh, let's get him up there so we can get the gift card. Riley, what's the best dash cam? You have a Nexer. Any camera that is going to serve the purpose that you need for driving. So it should be a dual dash cam, meaning you record forward facing and inside in the cabin. It should have a microphone, because some do not. So you can record audio if anything's going on. And then if you drive at night, you're going to need some sort of IR. And then you want it to be as clear as possible. So something like a 1080p at about 30 frames per second is going to be more than enough for what you need. And it's going to be really good. I use the Vantrue N2 Pro as mine. I also have the Blue Sky C B2W. I believe the B2W dash cam on Amazon right now is sold out, because it was over Cyber Monday and all those. So I think it's still sold out. The Vantrue N2 Pro is available. They're doing different discounts and specials all the time. So just make sure if you were looking for a new dash cam, one of those two I do recommend. I have links to 3 dash cams in the description, so you can check those out. The other one I think is the Rexing that I have on there. Although I have never used that. The other two I have used, the N2 Pro and the B2W, so I can verify those do work really well. And the other one is, the Rexing is highly recommended by a lot of people as well too. So if you want to check those out, you can. Trixter, thanks a lot, man. Yes, he's doing a dash cam giveaway at 200 and at 300. What dash cam are you giving away? And then also a gift card at 500. And then also, when I hit 5,000 subs, we're going to be doing a dash cam giveaway as well too. So I think I'm at 4670 or something right around there. So got a couple hundred more to go, hopefully getting that by Christmas. So somebody might be getting a nice little Christmas present, which will be the B2W, Blue Sky C. You're back, some more smack off. You need a condo, that's another story. I don't blame you. Hey, if you want to get certain things, then you got to do that. John, if Lisa's getting out of work in 3 hours, get hold of her then. Give her a call. Is everybody's shit so bad? You got to have all these rules. You've been doing this almost a year and having any problems. It's ridiculous that people make so many damn rules. You know what? It's up to the honestly, it's up to the passenger, and it's going to vary between the market, the time that things are happening. There's a lot of different things that are going on when it comes down to a Donnie. I mean, you could just have a great personality out there too. But yeah, unfortunately, there are problems. But 99.9% of all rides are really good. It's just that you want to make sure you still stay in line with TOS as a driver so you don't get deactivated. No problems are there. Hey, Bob, thanks for the super chat. Have a good night, too. It's the cam link. What, the Elgato cam link? Okay. Oh, I got you. The cam link. Trixter just put the cam link for what he's giving away for the dash cam. It looks like a 8-man recorder from what I see. All right, Donnie, you have a good rest of the night. I don't know if I'll still be on. You got the Van Pro too, also. Yeah, it's a great camera. Yeah, Lisa, ask a few people. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I'll get there and find out a little bit more information how they sent out rides, or I mean, sent out emails to RSVP people. I don't know, but it's pretty interesting. Hey, Genuine Jen, how you doing? That's kind of a cool play on words right there with the genuine. But yeah, lastly, we were just what it was about. We were talking about Uber has put out a safety report, and the big takeaway that they made and are trying to make clear is that not only the statistics that they're putting out, with some of them, more statistics need to come out for sure, but not all, but there are some, which is good to know. But one of the big things that they made, and the point that they make that hopefully people will start realizing if they read this safety report, is that drivers make as many claims as riders do when it comes to safety issues and safety concerns like this sort. When it comes to like things like refunds and false reports, that's a different thing. But one of the things that they also put in the report that I kind of forgot to mention lastly is that they have some like algorithm that they're trying to pinpoint certain things on, hopefully making it better and maybe even taking away certain false reports with the 4-pin verification code that they're starting to roll out and hopefully roll out soon. Because I think that's going to be a fantastic safety feature, and letting drivers and riders know that they're paired correctly, so we don't have to say or hear this "say my name" crap anymore. We don't have to worry about picking up the wrong rider or anything like that, so they can't say, oh, yeah, my driver picked up the wrong person and I didn't get to my location. They won't be able to say that anymore because of this PIN code. How else are you going to get it if you weren't the right person? So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting there, and I hope that they pull or roll that out quicker than later, just because it's going to be much more safe out there. You know all the questions Uber sends you in your inbox. Do you answer them? The questionnaires, not always. Do I fill out the survey? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Lisa, it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in and if I have the time for it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If it's dealing with safety or things like that, I'll definitely put things I'll put things in there and do that then. And that's usually what I do, is safety and concerns like that. This is a video link on how to deal or avoid false reports for Lyft for drivers. Hopefully it's more than just Lyft and putting Uber in there too. If one doesn't check a plate, why would they check a PIN? No, what it's going to be is the rider will get a PIN and the driver will have to input that PIN code before the ride will even begin. So it doesn't matter if they check the plate or not. It's going to be that set up that way. So it's not going to be them saying a PIN code or anything or something like that. It's actually going to be that when they place the order and once they're paired with a driver, it will show a PIN code that they have to tell the driver in order for the ride to actually start. If they don't put the PIN code in, the ride doesn't start. So that'll cut down on those things right there. This morning, a lady told you it's early, passengers don't check plates because they're sleepy. Well, if they don't check plates when they're sleepy, then they can share the PIN code. What's up, Chelsea? How you doing? They did walk away with a lot of features, breakdown of ratings, and rider comments. Yeah, they did. Will there be a no-show at the airport when I'm with a PIN? Is there no contact nor timer for no-show? Yeah, I don't think that's going to change anyway. It's just that instead of hitting the start ride or swiping to start the ride, it's actually just going to, it'll kind of be that same thing. So when you pull up, the timer will start. So if they don't show up, then you can cancel the ride just like normal. If you don't want to take them, maybe because of a safety issue or safety concern, if you feel at all threatened or anything, you can cancel the ride. If it's unaccompanied minor or children without car seats, same thing, you can cancel. It'll probably just be wait the 5 minutes, cancel, wait 10 minutes if it's a comfort or scheduled. I'm sorry, 5 minutes after the scheduled time frame. However it plays out normally as is. The only thing is when you hit start ride, it'll just pop up something probably like a PIN, just a PIN number, and then it'll say enter 4-digit PIN code. So you got to get it from your passenger. If they don't give you the right passenger code, it'll probably come up and say, sorry, there is no code. And then you know it's the wrong passenger and say, oh, get out. So in this case, I would keep my doors locked, roll down the window and say, what's the code? If they give the code and it matches and everything's good to go, that's when I would unlock the door. And at least also when you're doing that, that'll hopefully give time for the whole party to get there. So if there's more passengers than what's allowed, you can just say, hey, sorry, I'm not taking that ride. Or you have to order a second ride, or you got to cancel and order an XL, or however it works out, just depending on what it is. So those few things I do hope are happening. What if their phone freezes or doesn't work? That's a good question. I don't know. maybe hopefully when they order the ride they get a 4-digit pin code. It was supposed to be a 6-digit pin code, and I think they dropped it to 4, so it's easier to remember. Or maybe it's a code that they set up, like a pin code, like a bank pin code or something like that. I'm not sure how they're going to roll it out. Maybe it might be an auto-generated code, or they can also, like a backup, they have their own code. So if something like that happens, that is a good question, and hopefully that is something that they do where they have that backup pin code. So let's just say 2019 is their backup pin code, and their phone dies, and they got the pin code of 4500. So yeah, it was maybe one of those 2 pin codes will work. I don't know. I mean, time will tell, but that is a good point and a good question. Hopefully, that is what happens, but I don't know. Trixter, you're going to have a good night. Thank you. Thanks for the super chats. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the collabs as well, too. Trixter, definitely. You sure they got a large file on your opinions? Hey, if you're submitting those opinions, I'm sure that they do. Don't forget to root for the Bears. Who are they playing this week? Because that'll decide if I'm rooting for them or not. But no, I'm rooting for the Bills, and I'm rooting for them to beat Baltimore. It's going to be a pretty interesting game all around. They're playing the Cowboys. Oh, then it's not going to matter too much. So, hey, go Bears. I'll say that one right there. Go Bears. But yes, also go Bills. It's going to be a pretty interesting team. Buffalo beat Sunday. No, they beat them on Thursday, Thanksgiving. That was a Thanksgiving Day blowout. Michelle, who is a subscriber and watches and is in Texas, she rooted for Dallas, and that didn't happen. So, yeah, Thanksgiving. So, all right, guys. I'm going to end it. It's already 8:30, went on an hour. Really didn't expect to go that long. I say that every time, and we always go long. But like I say, I enjoy having fun and just talking with everybody. And I really wanted to make sure I got this information out there because, yeah, that just came out. So if you wanted to see the safety report in action, right off the bat, you'll know. Also, if you get that email from Uber saying we're 100% committed to safety, you know that's what it's about. It's talking about the U.S. safety report. And yes, this is only in the U.S. This does not take into account anywhere else in the world. So it is only in this U.S. You had rides where at the pickup location you had no service, start the ride, but was unable to verify the name and leave ride once the ride. Yeah, that's another good point, Rideshare Source Driver. I've had the same thing happen to me. There's a certain spot on Grand Island that you get absolutely no cell phone signal whatsoever. And there's a bar right there too. So if you pick people up there, sometimes you got to start the ride later when you can, if there's no signal. And that's true. I mean, one of the things that you probably could do is just have them show you the phone, verifying you are the correct driver, and getting that PIN code, putting it in, and then just going into the fare adjustment after the ride's completed, just to make that report saying that there was no signal beforehand. But again, I don't know what's going to happen, but that is a good question, a good point as well too. They lose every away game. Safest place during tornado is the Cowboys end zone. Never a touchdown there. Oh, that's a good one. I like it. Oh, that's funny. All right, we're gonna end with that funny joke right there. So yes, the safest spot in a tornado is the Cowboys end zone, cause there is never a touchdown there. Oh, that's funny. Dun dun. All right, guys. With that being said, that's the end of tonight's video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification so you'll be notified every time a new video happens, as well as anytime I go live, so you can participate in the live chat as well. Also, comment below on your thoughts for anybody who is watching the full video after the live stream. And as always, never drink and drive. Always tip your drivers, and we'll see you next time.